TravelingMel.com. Hello and welcome to day 5, I think, of our American History Tour, World Schooling Edition. 5, buddy. And we are going to visit Colonial Williamsburg today. We came into the visitor center, which I'm not going to show you because I'm pretty frustrated about it. It's very confusing. I found it very confusing. Others may not. However, they do have a World Schooling Days in the spring and fall, and we caught the fall, which is a huge discount. We're like half price or more. What was going to cost us $80 is now $32.50, I think. And so that's a big deal, and it's worth the effort. You might want to be careful about when you plan your visit. We'll see if this is the case, but it looks like there are a lot of days where certain things are open and certain things are not. There's also very commercialized. They're trying to upsell you all the time, and it adds up quickly. So plan that into your stay. However, we are looking forward to it because it is living history and there's a lot to see. It's a mile by a half mile is the historic area, and not every building is open to the public or a presentation, but there are a lot. And so we're hoping to have a good time, learn a little bit or maybe a lot, and get excited about history and colonial America. So let's go. Quick note, I keep saying we'll learn a little bit, or hopefully they learned a little bit, and that's just part of our schooling philosophy. Is we don't want to force them to study anything. There may come a time when they need to buckle down and do the work, but we want them to be excited about learning. And so we're trying. It's an effort for me to allow them to learn at their own pace and find what they're interested in and discover it on themselves. Our job is to provide opportunities to do that, and that's kind of what this trip is about. And I've been a little bit surprised about what they've liked and what they haven't liked, and it's been a learning process for me too. A quick word about getting around. We parked at the visitor center. There's a ton of parking there. Mentioned my little frustrations with the signage and some other things. But there are 2 ways to get into the town and get around. There's one, walking, which is what we've chosen to do because that's what we like, and the boys get to burn off some energy. But there's also a shuttle bus system that is free once you've gotten the tickets, so with the tickets. And it makes, it goes from the visitor center into the town and then around, and you can hop on, hop off all day, or multi-day if you got a multi-day ticket. So just wanted to mention that. We are going to start off at the Palace, and there are tours here available, as well as a chocolate making facility. And lots of people in character.
What is that? Is it green thing?
I think it must have been. We just had our tour of the palace, and it was really interesting. We came out and the guide pointed us back to this maze, which the boys are loving right now. I think they needed some stimulation, some physical stimulation. Woo! Ben made it to the middle. Anders is on his way.
about to do is we are going to watch a cannon fire. That's not the cannon. It's going to be way louder than that. But I hope that they do it at least 2 times so we can wash and clean it out and stuff. But I have a feeling that we're only going to hear it once.
We just saw the signal gun from the noon signal gun, and we're gonna head over to the Armory. It was loud and kind of cool, so now we want to see some other guns. If you look over here to my right, well, they've dispersed now, but they were doing a special homeschool soldier for a day program that you could pay extra for, which we did not. As I explained to the boys, didn't want it to cramp our style. And Andrew responded, "What style?"
So we got food at the Raleigh Tavern and Bakery, and then also the necessities. We got a couple drinks, yeah, and we met a caterpillar.
Stopped at the Tavern, the Raleigh Tavern, after lunch, mainly because I wanted to sit down before we went anywhere else, and then took a tour, and it was really interesting, and I think the boys liked it too. A lot of people in character, but one of the things I really like about this place so far is that you have these people in character that are experts, and so you can really ask a lot of detailed questions, and you can just hammer them with all your questions and get all kinds of great information. So I was telling the boys that I was excited that they were willing to ask questions too, because that's part of what you're paying for here, is to get this resource and have this experience to ask these people who should be experts in their locations all the detailed stuff you might not get online or in a book or in a movie.
Friends, please don't feel shy. Come on in, have yourselves a look around. Yeah, if you ever want a PhD theme.
Tin shop and leatherworks complete. Hashtag homeschool. I think we're done for the day. It's hot, we're tired, and we've gotten a lot of learning done today. I have a lot of opinions about this place. Not all of them good, but I will say we had an excellent discussion with one of the characters at the Tavern, who asked a lot of thought-provoking questions about slavery and about choices for slaves, which I thought was great. I will say that some of the staff is not as good. In fact, we've had a couple unpleasant, what I would categorize as unpleasant. But on the whole, well, and then also everything seems to be ticketed, and it's makes it pretty inconvenient. You know, that's my deal. But it's just, you walk up to some place and you need a ticket, or you have to pay extra, or a lot of stuff like that. There are a lot of things where you just walk in and, like I said, you can pick their brain for as long as you want. And so that is great. It's really cool to see the whole town, or a whole comprehensive city. It's not everything, but it's you know, it's a mile by a half mile, and there's a lot. So you can't go into every building. Not every building has someone outside to talk, but a lot of them do, and they're great. So in that sense, I think it's definitely worth a day tour. I think it's the longer you can spend here during the day, the better. So if you have young kids that are only going to last an hour or 2 or 3, maybe not. If you can go 6, 7, or 8, it probably is worth a lot. I think we've been here for about 6 hours, and we feel like we've gotten our money's worth. At least I do. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we're going to go to Yorktown, either the federal or the state section. I'm not sure which. Probably the living history one, which I believe is a state. As I mentioned, I think there are 2 times a year they do homeschool events and specials, so keep an eye out for that. I think it's February and September. I could be wrong about the spring. I'll try to link to their page on that for homeschoolers. So thank you. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. And so as always, thank you. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave us a comment either way. We really do read all those and appreciate them, appreciate the feedback and hints and suggestions. So we will be looking at those, and share with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.